When it comes to making progress in the gym, there are two things that matter more than anything else. Two things that will decide whether you actually build muscle or spend months spinning your wheels. Those two things are your intensity during each set and how long you've been training consistently. That's it. Not your split, not the perfect exercise selection, not the supplements you're taking, just intensity and consistency. But most people get this completely wrong. Overthinking the wrong things. If you spend any time online, you've seen it. People endlessly debating which split is best. Push-pull legs, bro splits, upper-lower, etc. Whether to train 6 days a week or 4. Whether to use dumbbells, barbells or machines. And sure, these things can make a difference, but only if the basics are already there. Because here's the truth. Most people aren't training hard enough for any of that to even matter. They overthink the details, but under-deliver the effort. They'll spend hours scrolling through fitness content, comparing routines and programs, yet in the gym, they stop as soon as the set gets uncomfortable. They give up right when the real work is about to begin. What real intensity actually means. Here's something a lot of people don't understand. The rep that hurts isn't the one to avoid. It's the one that actually creates progress. Most people stop a set as soon as their muscles start burning a little. The moment the weight feels heavy or the movement slows down, they rack the bar and walk away. Then they wonder why they're not growing. But real progress starts after that point, when your body's natural instinct is to quit. That's when the muscle is forced to adapt. Training with intensity doesn't mean screaming or throwing weights around. It means staying locked in, focused, and pushing your muscles close to failure, safely, with control, every single set. It means the last 2 or 3 reps should be hard, slow, and uncomfortable. That's what creates muscle growth. Why intensity beats complexity. Here's something funny. You could take 2 people, one who trains with moderate intensity but follows the perfect training plan, and another who trains with average exercises but gives 100% effort in every set. The second person will win. Every time. Because intensity makes your program work. Without it, your perfect split doesn't matter. The person who trains with passion, focus, and drive, even if their program isn't optimal, will always see better results than someone who has the perfect plan, no intensity behind it. Intensity is what tells your body, we need to grow. Without that signal, you're just moving weights around. What happens when you actually train hard? When you start training with true intensity, you realize something important. You don't need endless sets and exercises. You don't need to do 20 sets per muscle group. Because if you're actually pushing each set close to failure, if you're giving it your full effort, you physically can't do that much volume. You simply won't have the energy for it. Most people who think they're training hard would be shocked to realize how much further they could push. If you truly gave everything in your sets, mentally and physically, you'd hit the point where even 3 or 4 hard sets per muscle group is enough for each workout. That's the difference between just going through the motions and actually training, understanding fatigue and recovery. When you train with high intensity, recovery becomes a real part of the process. You can't just go from one set to the next in 30 seconds and expect the same performance. Hard sets demand real rest. That's why you'll notice advanced lifters resting anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes between heavy sets. It's not laziness, it's strategy. Your muscles and nervous system need that time to recover so you can push hard again on the next set. Think about it. If your goal is to lift as much weight for as many reps as possible, why rush? More rest equals better performance, and better performance equals better results. When you start respecting rest, your workouts stop feeling like cardio sessions and start feeling like training sessions. Focus on a few key exercises. You don't need 20 different exercises for every muscle group. Pick a few that you can do safely, consistently, and with good form, and stick to them. For example, for chest, maybe it's barbell bench press and dumbbell incline press. For back, maybe it's pull-ups and rows. For legs, squats, and leg presses. Focus on 1 to 3 solid exercises per muscle group and pour all your effort into those. When you stop switching programs every week, your progress compounds. Your body gets better at the movements, you can track your performance, improve it, and actually see results over time. Consistency in exercise selection helps you apply one of the most powerful training principles. Progressive overload, the key to growth. Progressive overload simply means doing a little bit more over time. More weight, more reps, more control. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It could mean adding 2.5 kilos to the bar or 1 extra rep with the same weight as last week. Those small improvements add up. That's why I track every workout, every set, every weight, every rep. Because if you're not tracking, you're guessing. When you start writing things down, you can actually see progress happening. It gives you direction and motivation. And it turns your workouts from random effort into a clear plan for growth. How to structure your training for results. Here's a simple formula. Pick a few effective exercises per muscle group. Perform 1 to 3 high-intensity sets for each. Push close to failure. Track your performance. Rest long enough to recover. That's it. If you do that consistently, you'll grow. The reason this works is because it focuses on quality over quantity. You don't need to spend 2 hours in the gym to see results. You just need to make every set count. When you finish a workout and you know, truly know, that you couldn't have done another rep on those last sets, that's when you're training with purpose. The truth about consistency. Here's the second part of the equation. Consistency. Intensity will make you grow, but consistency keeps you growing. You can have the hardest workouts in the world, but if you only train hard for 2 weeks and then disappear for 3, it doesn't matter. Progress requires showing up week after week, month after month. Even moderate workouts done consistently will beat perfect workouts done inconsistently. Think of it like investing. Small, steady deposits of effort compound over time. It's not about what you do in one workout. It's about what you do over hundreds of workouts. That's why consistency is so powerful. It's not flashy, it's not exciting, but it's the reason why some people transform their bodies while others stay the same. Bringing it all together. So let's recap. If you want real results in the gym, not just small changes, but visible, lasting progress, stop overcomplicating things. Forget the endless debate about which split is best. Forget about finding the perfect science-backed routine, because none of that matters if you're not training with real intensity. Train hard, push your sets close to failure, rest properly, track your progress, and most importantly, stay consistent. When you train like that, everything else falls into place. You'll realize you don't need to do 20 sets or 2-hour workouts. You'll realize that 3 to 4 brutally hard sets per muscle group can be more than enough if you actually push yourself. And you'll notice something else too, that training this way builds not just your body, but your mindset. It teaches you how to embrace discomfort, stay disciplined, and trust the process. Because at the end of the day, that's what fitness is really about. Showing up, giving your best effort, and refusing to quit, even when it gets hard. If you remember one thing from this video, make it this. Effort and consistency beats everything. The best program in the world won't save you if you don't train hard. But even a simple one will change your life if you pour your heart into it and stay consistent. So stop overthinking, train with purpose, track your progress, recover well, and stay consistent. Do that, and you'll never have to wonder why you're not seeing results again.